Super Bacc is a new casino table game. We're going to demonstrate the game with 2 players. Each player has 3 betting areas: the ante, the play, and tie. Ante, play, and tie. First 2 hands, I'm going to use a set cards to demonstrate the game. To begin with, every player will bet on ante, and then every player will receive 2 cards, and dealer also receive 2 cards. Dealer shows 1 up card. Now player has a score right now. This is a 0, this is a 1, just like in Baccarat. This is 8, this is 2. So currently this player has a score of 1. This player has a score of 0. Dealer shows an ace, which is a score of 1. Now this player has to decide whether he wants to check or he wants to bet 1 time of the ante or 2 or 3 times of the ante. With score 1 against 1, he may decide to check. What happens is every hand will have 3 cards eventually, and then the player will try to find out the score, whether the player outscored the dealer or not. So with a score of 1, he just bet 1 time of the ante. And move on to this person. With a score 0, let's say he checks. Okay? And then after everybody is done with the betting, dealer give every player 1 card and give himself 1 card. This player now has a score of 9. This player has a score of 0, and dealer opens up 2 cards. Dealer has a score of 0. So this guy has a score of 0. His play bet pushes. However, his anti-bet is lost. Now the anti-bet has nothing to do with the score. Anti-bet is based upon this payout table. When your 3 cards has a pair or 2 face cards, or a pair of king, queen, jacks, or 3 face cards, or 3 of a kind, then your ante is paid. When there's no pair or no 2 pictures, your ante is lost. Now let's come back to this guy. His score is 9, dealer has 0, so his play bet wins 1 to 1. And there's no pair, so his ante bet is lost. And that's the end of this hand. Now let's do 1 more hand. Here's a tie bet. Tie bet just means the score of the player. If the score of the player is the same as the dealer, he wins 8 to 1, just like a regular Baccarat game. Okay, so in this hand, everybody bets on the tie bet. Again, you get 2 cards. Okay, the first player has a score of 0. Second player has a score of 2. 0 against 0. Let's say he'll just bet 2 times. Now this is a game of chance, so nobody knows what card is going to show up. And this player has a score of 2. Let's just say he bets 1 time. And after every player bets, the dealer gives everybody 1 more card. Okay, so this person has 2 pictures, but with the score still 0. And then 1 card to this person, the score will become 1. Because it's 2 and 9, that's 11, we take the last digit, so it's 1. And dealer turns over his 2 cards. Dealer has a score of 8. Okay? So this is score 1, he lost. And then no pair, he lost. No tie, he lost. Okay, as far as this player is concerned, it's 0 score, so he lost. But 2 pictures wins on ante. 2 pictures wins 1 to 1. And there's no tie, so he lost. Okay? Again, that's the end of this hand. Now let's use regular cards to play a couple hands, and then see if you understand the game right now. It's a very simple and fast game, and the mathematics are very simple. Okay, everybody gets 2 cards. Dealer shows a face card. Okay, this player has a point of 2. 8 and 4 is 2. Let's say he bets 3 times. Because the dealer shows a 0. This is 0, so he checks. And dealer has 0 so far. You bet 3 cards. Now the score is 2. The score is 3. Dealer also has 3 cards. Dealer has a score of 6. So dealer wins. There's no pair, he loses. No tie, he loses. Let's bet again. Bet on the tie. Everybody gets 2 cards. 0 and 9. Dealer shows a 0. Let's say this person now sees the opportunity because it's 9, so he bets 3 times. This is 0, and against 0, let's say this person bets 1 time. Okay, and dealer give 1 more card to everybody. 5, 4. Dealer shows a 0, so everybody wins. This person bets 3 to 1, so he gets 30. This is a point of 4, but there's no picture, no pair, so he lost. And then he lost here. This is 0. His 0.5 wins. No pair, you lose, and no push, you lose. Okay, one more hand. Since the hands are not set, so we're not sure what's going to come up, but the rules are very simple. This is a point of 8. Let's say he bets 3 times. And this is a pair of, this is a point of 5. Let's say you also bet 3 times. And dealer has a 3. So everybody bets. Now everybody gets 1 more card. Okay, here's another 8. Now this is the first time it shows up. This is what's special in Super Bacc, in that every pairs give you a score of 0, or we say pairs equal 0. Pair equal to 0, therefore this guy's score is 0. And the reason to have a pair equals to 0 is so that we make the mathematics much more simpler. So this person's score is really 0. This person's score is 5. And dealer opens up. Dealer has a pair, also 0. So dealer has a score of 8. Okay? Now, then this is a 5, you lose this. And then this is a score of 5. But it's a pair of pictures, 2 pictures, not a pair, but it's 2 pictures, so he wins 1 to 1. And dealer and the player do not tie. Now this is a score of 0, you lose, because dealer has a score of 8. Now you have a pair, wins 1 to 1, and there's no tie. Okay, we may have a little bit time for 1 more hand. Again, you bet on the tie, bet on the ante, and then everybody gets 2 cards. Dealer shows a 6, and this person has 0, this person has 0. So this person decides to check. This person also decides to check, because 0 is a very slow, a small score, very low score. Now, this person will be getting 1 card, and it shows a 4. This person go 1 card, it shows a 3. Okay, dealer shows a 5. Okay, so everybody lost the bet. Alright, that's the end of the demo.